Yo family, Salamu back in the cut. So you may or may not know that I moved from Ireland to the UK in September 2023. So I left my family home for the first time. Now since I've lived in Cork my whole life, I knew I was walking into the unknown and would need to adjust. So after half a year living in the UK, I'm going to compare the two regions. Time is money and money is time, so let's get straight to it. First on the list, right off the bat, let's settle this debate, okay? Who has the better accent? Disclaimer, I may have lived in Ireland all my life, but I'm a Nigerian boy, so it's non-biased, I'm neutral. I'm gonna keep it so 100. Living in Cork my whole life, all I knew was the Cork accent. Then I got introduced to the Dublin accent. Then I heard a bit of the Northern Irish accent. So I now moved to the UK, and it's obviously a different accent completely.
Butter.
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 Listen, butter.
But I must say it wasn't until I actually lived here, was hearing people speak for half a year, then visiting back home and hearing the accents, then I was like, oh, I think the UK accent might have to win this one. And when I say the UK accent, I do not mean the Birmingham accent, because I think that should be in a different league by itself, but we're not going to get into that. So yeah, UK or Ireland, who has the best accent? I'm going to give it to the UK. Next on the list, who's more likely to randomly greet you on the streets? I think this translates to who's just generally more friendly. Friendly to strangers, cheerful, and I'm going to have to say Ireland. In Cork, it is way more likely that somebody you don't know is actually going to smile at you or say hello to you. I feel like here, everybody's just in their own lane. Everybody's just in their own zone, in their own head, not really trying to talk to you, not really trying to look at you type thing. Massive generalizations here, but general comparisons is what we're doing here, right? So I'm gonna have to give this one to Ireland. Next on the list is diversity. Now, in terms of diversity, it's only one winner, and that's definitely the UK. Like, I'm based in Birmingham, so I'm right in the thick of it. You have nationalities from Asia, Africa, Europe. Birmingham in particular is so multicultural, so diverse. It definitely brings an interesting vibe to a place, I think, when you have a lot of different nationalities in the cut and not just predominantly one. It's definitely encouraging. I like to see that kind of thing. Next on the list is food. So restaurant-wise, I can't really say I'm well versed when it comes to food in the UK or in Birmingham, because I'm a student, you know. Times are tough.
Nah, just kidding, but
Obviously I've lived in Ireland all my life, so I know all the good food spots in my area. When I'm looking for good munch, I know where to go, you know. But even if I'm to compare the two in terms of groceries for when I'm going grocery shopping, I feel like there's a much wider selection for me in Ireland. Yeah, after moving here, there were a bunch of things that I was accustomed to buying in grocery stores in Ireland. In any old store that I literally had to go on what felt like an expedition to find in the UK in Birmingham. Within my first 2 weeks of living here, I went on a quest to find taco sauce. Now, in Ireland, we all know that taco sauce is nice in rolls or loaded fries or whatever it may be. I went into 4 Tesco's. None of them knew what taco sauce was. So none of them had taco sauce stock. I am still yet to find taco sauce in the UK. If anybody knows where I can find taco sauce in the UK, feel free to let me know, because I have not found taco sauce here. So I know that's a small sample size. It's not just taco sauce, trust me. There have been a few things that I haven't been able to get my hands on that I'd be very easily able to get within a split second in Ireland. But even restaurants wise, Ireland has some nice food, man. If you know where to go, yeah, you get some nice food in Ireland. For the groceries thing, I'm gonna give it to Ireland. So food, Ireland. The next thing on the list is public transport. Oh man. So as a Nigerian Irishman that has lived in Ireland my whole life and has had to deal with the public transport system in Ireland, in Cork in particular, I could have probably told you that the public transport system in the UK was better before I even came here. Honestly, I mean, it's getting better, but come on. This is common knowledge. Public transport in the UK is seamless. Underground, overground, buses, trams, more time it's on time. Even the systems they have in terms of knowing when the bus is coming. In Ireland, you get some real-time app that they manufactured, can't even get to grips with and run properly. In fact, in Ireland, I actually witnessed a few tourists trying to get onto a bus. They got onto the bus with their phones, anticipating that they'd be able to pay for the bus with contactless payment. The bus driver is now explaining to them that no, it's either cash or a leap card. What? But what if you don't live in the country? What then? Are you gonna have to purchase a leap card just for the purpose of being in the country? That's all long, man. Just here, it's just a thing where you tap it, you get on. It's very, very quick. Those tourists didn't actually have cards. Somebody else in the line waiting to get on the bus that was actually behind them had to pay for them to get onto that bus. It's just long, man. It's just long. It needs to be sorted out. Yeah, we need to reevaluate it. So public transport goes to the UK. Next on the list is style/fashion. Now, as I said previously, I do believe that Ireland is heavily influenced by the UK in a lot of things, and I feel like fashion is one of them as well. I mean, because I'm in such a diverse area where you have people from Asia, people from Africa, people from Central Europe, people from South America, you kind of get to witness a lot of different styles, a lot of different fashion senses. It's quite interesting, it's quite cool. In Cork, however, it's not as diverse, so I feel like the general fashion sense is a trackie. it's just a trackie, like it's just a tracksuit. Just throw on a tracksuit, wedding tracksuits, christening tracksuits, footy tracksuits, mass tracksuits. You know what I mean? But that's not even to say tracksuits aren't nice. It's just I believe sometimes it's overdone. So style, I'm gonna have to give it to the UK. Next on the list, drivers. Wow. Crazy. Being honest, I'm judging the safety of driving. I'm not a road safety authority or anything like that, but as a pedestrian crossing the road in Birmingham anyways, it's like if you want to jaywalk, you need to be a professional jaywalker, because man, the way people drive here, bro, people drive here like they are in Fast and Furious. No word of a lie. That is actually the only way I can describe how some people drive here. Now, I haven't actually driven here, but I've driven in Ireland, so if Ireland was worse, I'd know, and Ireland is definitely not worse. So for drivers, in terms of safety, in terms of less likely to provoke road rage, I would say Ireland, yeah. The next thing and the last thing on the list is opportunities. By opportunities, I'm taking this as opportunities in the workplace. So from my personal experience in Ireland, I'm very grateful. I'm able to say that after graduating uni, I was able to get straight into a professional job. The opportunity was given to me, and I count myself very lucky. However, in the UK, I do think you're more likely to see greater representation on higher levels in different businesses and different areas of the workplace. A perfect example of this is actually in the University of Birmingham, which I attend, where the president of the guild or the student union is black. Oh, that shocked me. I will be honest, that really did shock me. It's not something I think I would see in Ireland, being honest. That's just one example, of course, but I think different cultures are more deeply integrated into society in England or in the UK in general. So opportunities, I'm going to say UK. So that is all for today. Thank you for tuning into the video. Make sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Comment your thoughts on each of the comparison criteria. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. As always, take care. Hasta la vista.